Joint commentary today for both Keighley Cougars and Kingston Rovers. We'll be sending our bill to Keighley Cougars. They'll be pleased to know. I'm sure it'll go with all the other ones found on the bin. Anyway, just a few technical adjustments as we put some tapes on the microphones there. It's all our class stuff up here. Anyway, believe it or not, but Rovers fans worked tirelessly this morning to clear the pitch of snow, because there was 3 or 4 inches of snow, but then the weather construed to melt it all anyway. So well done to Rovers fans, led by our own Rhys Obley, the director. It was a good match last week at Keighley Cougars ground. I went there. It was a real tough game. Played in about 3 inches deep of mud. This Keighley Cougars side have sent a different proposition from last year. Really came out and took it to Rovers. And Rovers really struggled to get the win. Really led by Webster. Anyway, here they come. Kingston Rovers, led by that man Webster.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Could be a similar game to last week, given the conditions. Obviously very cold out there, very sticky. Home debut today for Byron Ford on the left wing for the Robins. Harvey Howard's been talking this guy up, and with Jonathan Steele on the right wing, we should have plenty of pace to burn out wide. Difficult to say how Keighley are going to perform, really, because when they came here last year, we gave them a bit of a tonking. But obviously, on last week's performance, it looks as though that they've made some good signings, and obviously they're going to be looking to bounce back into the National League One at the first attempt.
Yeah, well, I think myself, this full-back of Keighley last week, Rushforth, he had once again a good game for Keighley, brought the ball up and made quite a bit of runs. Anyway, it's a big high kick straight to the Rovers, and it's carried by that man Hasty, and as the hail and rain comes down, there's pretty bad pitch conditions here. We've got standing water, but there was a 9 o'clock pitch inspection that saw this match go ahead. You just wouldn't believe it, Rob, would you, with those 3 inches of snow here this morning? Anyway, it's Webster passing the ball out, and a good run there. I think it's by Craig Poucher. This hail's really coming down now. I love this summer rugby, and Rovers second the ball up. There's a lot of new signings in this side. It's good to see Dale Oldstock back out there, and it's the first knock on.
Yeah, first mistake from the Robins. It's going to be a scrum down 10 metres inside the Robins half as the hailstone comes battering down onto the pitch. As soon as the match started, the heavens opened after, 45 minutes of sunshine prior to the game. There's James Rushforth runs into the 3-man Robins defence. Oldstock and the new Rovers captain, James Webster. Dale Oldstock's actually the club captain this season. As here come the Cougars now. Matt Faith looking to spread the play, but Cougars brought down with Wayne House to that man Faith once again. He's brought down under the combined tackle of Andy Ellis as danger man Harvey for the Cougars on the 5th and last. So it's been good solid defence by the Rovers in this set of 6. Ball comes to Faith, he drills a low kick, it rebounds, he kicks again. It's eventually picked up by Dale Oldstock, midway inside the Rovers half, centre field, and here's Webster now. Moves the ball to, I've got Paul Manson playing centre today, which is unusual. I can't ever recall him playing in the centres for Kingston Rovers, but Coach Harvey Howard's elected to give half-back pairing of Webster and Hasty. Obviously be plenty of attacking potential as Tangatoa offloads to Dwayne Barker. Barker crosses halfway. Keighley trying to slow the play, the ball down. Referee says play on. It's with Andy Raleigh. Andy Raleigh takes Rovers into the Keighley danger zone. Ellis now, it's 5th and last against the Robins. Webster spreads the play, kick comes in by Hasty. and that's just so much on it, and it drifts out, and Keighley looking to restart this game quickly.
Yeah, and restarting quickly they do, in the form of Bramhold, who takes the ball up, 10 yards? It was a good passage of play by Rovers against the conditions. A great pass by this player who really does look a Super League potential, Tangalatoa. We've really got our signing there, haven't we? And it's just going to come on and on. Also involving this man Andy Raleigh, who's really come on this year for Rovers, and he really is showing some quality play. Oh, it's a big hit there by Rovers. They're passing the ball out, and it's in the hands of Barker, who takes the ball in. Ellis looking to his left. Dummian taking it to the right, but Ellis taking it himself and taking it up to 30 metres from the Keighley line.
Yeah, the mistake was forced on Mayville of the Cougars, and Rovers regain possession inside the Cougars half of the field. It's with Hasty. He feeds Webster. Webster, short ball to Holstock. Holstock inside to Webster, and once again, as he did last week, James Webster with the opening try of the game. We're in the 3rd minute here at Craven Park, and James Webster goes underneath the post. First try to the Robins, 4-0.
Yeah, great little aircraft move there. Hasty just taking it, dummy in, then putting through Holstock busting through a tackle. Webster, as always, backing up and beating the man and finishing off underneath the post. Already Rovers look a different team to what they did last week when they looked lethargic against this Keighley side, and to be honest, I think the conditions were playing against them, and Rovers certainly playing against the conditions here. There it is, 2 points by Poucher, straight for the middle of the post, making it Old Kingston Rovers 6, Keighley Cougars 0. There's certainly been a few improvements to this OKR's ground in the close season. I know this management team we've got in charge now, we're certainly looking to take this club forward. There's a new bar underneath the east stand, which is superb. Improvements to this main stand. Fantastic merchandise in the club. As it is, it's kicking off once again to that man Hasty who's passing the ball out. I think it's Armand taking the ball up well to the 30 metres line before he's tackled by a three-man sorry, it's Tangalatoa. Ball coming out once again to this man Andy Raleigh, who takes the ball up to the 40-metre line.
Yeah, that try was just what the doctor ordered as far as the Robins was concerned. It'll obviously only 1 point between these two teams last week, and Rovers will be really looking to assert some authority on this Keighley Cougars side as Dwayne Barker crosses halfway. Hasty feeds Webster. Webster spins the ball out once again, same combination which created the try. Webster to Holstock. This time Keighley bring down the big blonde head, second row for the Robins, and that's spilled by Robinson, and it's play on, and Rovers only 11 metres out from this Cougars line. It's going to be Andy Ellis at the play of the ball. Ellis moves the ball to the left where Webster, short ball to Holstock. Oh, last ditch tackle there by Adam Mitchell. Rovers held up only 2 metres short. They need a quick play of the ball. It's Ellis from the acting half. Oh, he's lost it going over the line. The ball just squirmed out from the grasp of Andy Ellis, and that would have been a certain try for the Robins. But here's Keighley once again with this. They're looking to get this quick restart going. It's a good tactic because twice they've done it and twice Rovers haven't been prepared. They've still been trotting back. I think Coach Harvey Howard will have something to say about that at half-time, Simon.
Yeah, the conditions certainly appear to be, Rovers seems to be dealing with the conditions better than this Keighley side. I think they've knocked the ball on a couple of times now, nearly knocked the ball on a couple of times else. And really struggling to get out of their own half. Anyway, it's coming up in the form of this man, number 12, Ross, who takes the ball up. Ball pass wide, but it's a good tackle there by Phil Hasty and Parker to take the man. He's only making 3 yards. Ball coming out again, and Phil Hasty's right in among them. They're looking to kick, but there's a lot of pressure there on the kicker. Gets a good kick in anyway, and comes out to this man. It's Byron Ford, who takes the ball up to 35 metres line.
Yeah, first touch for Byron Ford. Cry went up from the east stand. Interesting to see the amount of strapping he's got on that right arm though, Simon. Don't know if he's had problems with a broken arm or elbow injuries. We'll get a proper look at that in the second half probably when he's on this wing. Yeah. Anyhow, play goes on. Rovers have crossed the halfway line. Ellis feeds. Oh, that look forward. It looked forward from, I think it was Neil Harmon. And in fact, the referee has decided Mr. Ewer, who's a new referee on us, Simon. I don't think we've ever had the pleasure of Mr. Ewer before. He decides that that's a forward pass, and from Whitehaven, just been informed. So he's had a hell of a journey to get here this morning, hasn't he, in the rain and snow. Anyhow, it's Keighley in possession on halfway. Here's Firth. Firth in field to Stevenson. Stevenson's brought down by Harmon and Ellis. Keighley switched the play. Adam Mitchell takes the ball 10 metres inside the Robins half. Here come Keighley again, centre field, but good solid defence by the Robins, and it's the fifth and last against the Cougars. Wainhouse playing at hooker. Puts the kick, comes in, and well gathered, well taken there by Craig Poucher. Significant on the Keighley side, Simon, is Simeon Hoyle, a player that we used to seeing in Keighley Cougars, being informed that he's trying his luck in Australia.
Oh, really? Yeah, Keighley Cougars all caught offside there. I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 men offside there. I think it was just quick to play the ball, really. Keighley didn't get back in time. It's sort of, there's a few of them blowing a bit, this Keighley side, as Rovers really trying to speed this game up today, and it's already noticeable how they're playing a different game to last week. A lot more use of the ball. It's Harmon takes the ball up. He's ever dependable, takes up, and he's wrapped up by a two-man tackle.
Yeah, we should really be careful what we say, but Keighley still haven't decided to sack this kit designer, have they? As Webster's jinks through, Webster's going for the line! Webster's going to score! Oh, great try, James Webster! This guy is total class! Second try of the game! We've played 10 minutes here at Craven Park, and James Webster extends the Robins lead. He goes underneath the posts. 10-0 to Hull Kingston Rovers.
Yeah, is it possible we could be seeing the same sort of effect that Sam Hobbs had on Whitehaven last year with Webster? He's certainly got that quality. A lot of the way they're talking, a lot of Super League sides are having a look at him now. Well, we're trying to keep hold of him. I think there's the money here, and we've signed him for a year, and he's staying.
Yeah, showed great footwork on what is, it's a glue pot of a pitch, and he just seemed to glide over the ground, and showed a clean pair of heels to this Keighley defence, which proves he's got a little bit of pace as well. And Rovers, well, they're up to more than a point a minute so far. We've played 11 minutes here at Craven Park in this, what's the competition called nowadays? The Northern Rail. It's been the Buddies, it's been the Arriva trains, now it's the Northern Rail.
I preferred when it was the Buddies, at least we got some freebies. And if it was free drinks. Yeah, just sort of stubbies, but think all that stuff we give about them tasting nice as well. Anyway, as it is, it's Hull Kingston Rovers 12, Keighley Cougars 0. And I think there's about, 15 minutes of the clock gone. And kick off once again to 12 minutes of the clock gone. So it's a point a minute. Kick off once again to that man here still passes it on. And Neil Harmon taking the ball in. He's once again taking it up. And I tell you what, this Neil Harmon, I had my doubts about him, but he's doing all right for Rovers.
Yeah, he certainly looks fit. 35 years of age. He's not carrying much weight. He's always been a biggish guy, but he certainly looks as though he's lean. He's not carrying much body fat, and he runs a pub, so I suppose chucking barrels of beer around's keeping him in good shape. There's Tangatoa, takes the ball just up to the halfway line. We're used to drinking barrels of beer. That's what we're laughing at. Yeah, it's Hasty, puts the kick in. A little shove off the ball there by Stevenson. I don't think there was too much in it. And that one runs dead. And I think we'll get some comments from the Keighley commentator, see how he thinks the opening 10 minutes or so has gone from a Keighley perspective.
Well, basically, Keighley still on coach at the moment. you can't say much really. 10 points in 10 minutes, you know, in a glue pot of a pitch like you say, but it's a game of rugby that if it hadn't been for fans this morning down here, we wouldn't have been watching. You know, all credit to Ulkinston Rovers and the work they've done.
Yeah, it's fair comments, I suppose. As we saw with the Huddersfield and Lee game on Sky last week, Huddersfield adapted to the conditions and Lee didn't. So basically, and once again, it's spilled ball by Keighley. Phil Stevenson just on a halfway line, and I think that's a fair the fourth time Keighley have coughed up possession. And if you give up possession, you're not going to hurt teams. They've not really been in the Rovers half at all, and Keighley, and Rovers are just dictating the play, getting the ball in the hands of this man Webster, and well, it's all going the red and white's way so far.
Yeah, strange really, Rob, because last week I would have said the conditions were worse at Keighley, and Keighley dealt with them better, and there's a mistake straight away from Poucher. There's a ball behind him, to be honest, it was hard to take, and it gives the ball straight back to Keighley on the halfway line, and it's much needed possession for this Keighley side. They're ready to put something together here. They showed they could score last week, and showed they could score out wide with some great running play from I think it was Ross on the number 12, might get corrected anyway. As it is, it's a good tackle there, and he's dropped the ball. Knock on straight away from the first play of the ball.
Basically took him to the grand final single-handed, didn't he? Yeah, that's great defence by the Robins, and it's going to be a scrum down on halfway. It's going to be fed in by Rovers Player of the Year last year, Phil Hasty. Feeds, I think it's Byron Ford. Did he come in off the other wing? In fact, it was Paul Parker. Here's Jonathan Steele, the Scottish Rugby Union star. He had a very welcoming introduction to Rugby League against Barra. He got a broken nose. Welcome to Rugby League there, Jonathan.
It always seems they always seem to start off against one of these Cumbrian sides, and there it is, 10 metres, they're not back 10 metres again, and it's another penalty, and it just leaves the Rovers with an easy 10 points. No, Keighley player's got 10 minutes there by the ref. He's just not got back in time. Well, I think he was just slow getting back, really, but he's given him 10 minutes, says he's been holding it back.
Yeah, it's Chris Parker, been sin bin for the second consecutive week. So Keighley really up against it now. Not only are they 12 points down, facing a relatively easily penalty at goal, but they're also being reduced to 12 men. And the Keighley coach, Gary Moby, I remember him well in his playing days at Keighley. He also had a spell at St Helens, I believe. He's really got his work cut out. He'll have been well, not so happy at the result last week, but enjoyed the performance. Well, there's a bit of confusion. We're not entirely sure. There has been a sin bin in. Yeah. The referee certainly signalled 10, unless he was just telling the next person who commits a foul like that. Anyhow, the kick's gone over.
I must admit, I saw 10 minutes, but I didn't see a yellow card, but it seemed to point to him, but there's still 13 Keighley players on the pitch. Well, yeah, he certainly put his hands up, so I don't know what all that was about. Anyway, as it is, they're kicking off again, and this time it's a low one, drilled at Hasty. He stops it with his foot and passes it out, and it's Neil Harmon taking the ball up. It's Tangler Tower, but he gets well and truly battered, and passes it off to Ellis, who takes the ball up. It's Hasty taking the ball in, throws a dummer, but he's well wrapped up this time by Jay Wainhouse. Saying they've just roughed up Hasty there and given away another daft penalty by the looks of it. Just let Rovers off the hook after a couple of good tackles by the Keighley side. There's still a bit of chatting going on. No, the penalty's gone the other way. I'm not sure what that was about.
Yeah, I think the Rovers player was trying to pull the Keighley player onto him and milk the penalty. Anyhow, Keighley with a first rail foray in, so the Rovers 20. Let's see what they've got. Ball's with Adam Mitchell. Mitchell spins it out. to Dave Foster, we believe that is there, but he's tackled. The ball's going to be moved to the left. Faith brings in this man, Harvey. Harvey offloads, but swarming red and white defence brings the player down on there. James Rushforth will join the line from fullback. Little kick through, I think that's going to be covered. Oh, there's a knock on by. Well, let's have a look at the number. It looks like Dwayne Barker. Indeed, it was Dwayne Barker with a knock on, and well, some promising field position here for Keighley. They managed to cross the Rovers line a good few times last week. They really need to score a try from the Keighley point of view to get back in this game at 14 points to nil. A gap opened up slightly, but closed by the Rovers defence. They've gone to the short side. Oh, what a tackle. What a great tackle, and it was Webster. There's not much of him, but he put the full weight behind his shoulder in there and drove the Keighley player back. Stevenson brings the ball about 4 metres short of the Rovers line. It's with Faith who spins it out, but Rovers one-on-one defence so far has been excellent, and Keighley eventually brought down as once again the conditions are worsening, the wind's high, the referee signals fifth and last. Keighley on the last tackle, what have they got? Kick comes in, it's a crossfield kick, there's a chance, and that is a try. And that was well read by Matt Foster. He knew exactly what was going to be taking place then, and the kick was inch perfect, Sam. And all they had to do was pounce on that ball, and Keighley have registered the first try of the game.
Well, yeah, after being fortunate enough to watch this Keighley side 2 weeks in a row, the difference is this year they really know how to score a try, and it seems to all emanate from this sort of centre part of the field, and this time it was Matt Foster who went in after a perfectly weighted kick straight under the post. There's not a lot Rovers could do about it really as he slid in. It was just first to the ball. Stood up in this quagmire of a pitch today. Got to say, the weather now, it's not so bad here. It's a bit of sun come out. Rob's screaming for the mic, but I'm just finishing off. But there's a bit of sleet coming down, and I'll hand over.
Yeah, forget the weather forecast, mate. Just been informed about this Matt Foster. He in a relegated team last year, he managed to get 28 tries. So he certainly knows where the try line is, and at 25 years of age, you know, he's surprising. Other teams haven't really had a look at him, with no disrespect to Keighley. 28 tries in a relegated team, it takes some beating, doesn't it? Anyhow, Keighley have put 6 points on the board. We've played 21 minutes here at Craven Park, and the Keighley Cougars are back in this game now. And as I was just about to say before Rovers scored that second try, Keighley still haven't sacked this kit stylist, have they? I mean, you never know what you're going to get, do you, with this Keighley kit?
They just can't quite move away from the stars, can they? You know. I think once they get rid of that commentator they got at Keighley, that'll be the best bet. Is it Philip? Oh, he's such a laugh, isn't he? Does he make us chuckle, I tell you. Anyhow, there's a... Well, it's just a knock on to start with, and then he's kicked it dead, so... yeah, well, Rob says he knocked it back in, and it's a kick out from underneath the post, so yeah, another Keighley mistake, and yeah, another Keighley mistake, and they're their own worst enemies at the moment. Anyway, there's a drop out, and he drops out to what, 26 metres, 25 metres, and straight to Airsteel passes it out to Arman, who says thanks very much as he's wrapped up by 3 Keighley players. Ellis looking to pass left, and he's passing out, and it's in the hands of this man Riley, who takes it straight in. He's big and tough, and he takes it in and takes the man back and drives up to 12 metres from the line. Airsteel taking a run, throwing the dummy, but as the gap opens, it closed just as quickly. Sorry, not Airsteel, it was Ellis, and Airsteel passing the ball out. He's throwing a little runabout. Not quite sure who's involved. I think it might have been Tangler Tower, who takes the ball up to only, 2 metres away. No, it's Arman. It's in the hands of Ellis again. Airsteel passing the ball, a little dummy. Oh! And there's a try. What a great passage of play, but he's given a knock-off.
Yeah, he's It was unlucky, but I think the ball did actually just go slightly forward, but and it denied Jonathan Steele his first try in rugby league. Still waiting to see this Jonathan Steele get a run out with Sam, and obviously Byron Ford making his debut, and obviously they're keeping another speedster totally out the picture at the minute in Ali McLaren, and it's going to find it hard to get into the team is Ali, especially if these two guys start scoring a few tries like Mr Calderwood does for Leeds.
Yeah, this is the trophy. They've certainly got some speed in this team, and as the pitch dries out, as this summer rugby, which seems a hell of a long way off at the moment, comes on, then we might see some of these speed merchants really start to dominate and take off for it, especially with Webster running the show here. If we can get a few of these speed merchants running off him. I know that it's been reported that this John Steele, it's on the 5th tackle, it's been reported that this John Steele has to stand 10 metres back in training because he's that fast. Great little pass, but unfortunately knocks on for Keighley.
Yeah, I think the Rovers line of defence is up that quick in the Keighley faces that they're actually forcing these errors. You can't really call them unforced errors because Rovers are putting so much pressure on them. Here's Webster, spins the ball out to, I think, Manson, or Parker, sorry. Yeah, it was Manson. Manson's actually wearing 3 and playing left centre, and Parker's wearing 4 and playing right centre. Anyhow, there's a chance now for Dale Aldstock. He's trundling up towards the line. He's having a good game. His Dale Aldstock has been missing since being injured against Gatesall. A little kick comes in. It's going to be regathered in. Oh, it's going to be a dropout. Little kick come in. Not so sure who put the kick in, but it caused a bit of confusion in the Keighley defence, but they managed to ground the ball, and it's going to be a dropout. And this game has been played entirely really in the Keighley half of the field, except for that one foray when they got 2 sets of 6, and a great kick came in and they scored a try. Here's Tangatoa. It's going to be interesting to see how the benches are used today. Rovers have got the 3 big men in there: Macaulay Azul, Jamie Boville, and James Garmston, and the South Sea Islander Epati. And Keighley have got this man Jason Clegg, who Jonathan Steele almost managed to break the tackle and go over. We'll go back to the play as Webster, short ball, but Keighley managed to hold him out. Chance now, driving for the line, Aldstock, driven back. It's the 5th and last. I need to move this ball through the hands. They've gone to the short side. Oh, it's going to be a try now. They're still going. Webster spins it out. It's got to be moved across. Kick comes in from Tangatoa. Oh, and it was well left in the end by Robinson. Yeah, we're just about to speak about him, and here he comes, Jason Clegg. I believe he spent many years at Oldham, if I'm not mistaken. Had a good game last week by all accounts. Took the ball forward for this Cougars side and got Rovers on the back foot. They're also going to be bringing on Megatroid, which is going to be a commentator's dream, isn't it? Anyhow, play goes on, and it's Matt Faith. He's grounded about 9 metres inside the Cougars half. The pitch is withstanding quite well, to be fair, isn't it? And there's another error. Another mistake by Cougars. The ball was just dropped.
Yeah, and this Matt Faith is trying to take the game up, but just sort of dropping off a bit is a few of the balls that he's passing out and taking hold of, and once again it gives Rovers the ascendancy right on the halfway line as he looks to do a quick pass out here, and Rovers taking it up to what I think it's Craig Pouch there, taking it up to about 53 metres as Ellis looks to the right and passes it out to Arman, dummies right and then drives in, takes it up to 40 metres, and he's well wrapped up by the man who's just come on the pitch. Ellis running off, looking to sort of half dummy, and he's well wrapped up again.
Yeah, we've played 27.5 minutes here at Craven Park, and it's Rovers with this 14 points to 6 lead, and well, you've got to say they've really controlled this game as Webster switches play. Webster is going for the line. Has he scored? It's going to be a decision for the referee and linesman. The try's given. And it's an hat-trick for James Webster in 27 minutes of play. Well, what can you say about this guy? He's absolute class.
Well, you've got to start thinking he's one of the best signings Rovers have had in years, really. He's everywhere. He's making tries from nothing. I mean, he just dummied right, and he was off like a flash. And you're talking about a wet pitch here. And he used his acceleration. He went for that corner. There was no stopping him, and he did well to get over in the end. It's leaving a difficult kick there for Pouch right from the left touch line. And it's the scoreline of Old Kingston Rovers 18, Keighley Cougars 6, and there's about, 30 minutes on the clock. See that we've got two new additions here. Two new additions, keighley coming on, and Jamie Boville, who's actually, I think he's played quite well in the two matches I've seen him so far this year.
16, Jamie Boville, number 17, keighley replaces number 8, Neil Palmer, and number 10, David Tangatoa.
Yeah, David Tangatoa and Neil Harmon are taking a breather, and as Simon just said, you can't knock Jamie Boville's attitude and performance. So I think the transfer request still stands. He still wants to have a go at Super League. I think if he's patient, he may get his wish next season, because we're certainly going to be in the running. Voluntary. I think he's give a voluntary tackle. He's give a voluntary tackle. I mean, is this referee just trying to make a name for himself or what? Yeah. Anyhow, play goes on. We'll discuss that in a minute, Sam. As play goes on with the Cougars, they're about 15 metres out. The numbers are disappearing, but here's Murgatroyd. The Rovers fans are shouting for a forward pass. Murgatroyd takes the ball to about 6 metres out. Here's that man Faith again. Luckily he's little and blonde, so you can pick him out from all the mud. Or is he a ginner? Anyhow, there's a good step there. So apologies to you Keighley fans, we're really struggling with the numbers being covered up now. That's the number 10, but the kick rebounds, and Rovers thankfully from the red and white side gather in. Simon, voluntary tackle, James Webster.
Well, I didn't think it was myself. I mean, he just didn't get a chance to get up. The Keighley bloke jumps on him, so it's a tackle, innit? Anyway, here's that big man, keighley He's flying in. He had a superb season last year, and he's looking to carry on where he left off, really. Jamie Boville, the man we've just been talking about. I know his man was on the radio last week saying, get off his back, all you fans, you know, been slagging him. He just wants to further his career, and he's spent 6 years here at Rovers. It's a fantastic kick, just stopping dead, and say a kick's as good as a chase, and what a chase! What a chase by OKR, then led by Webster. Well, it was 70 yards there, Rob.
Yeah, not only did Webster put the kick in, it was Webster who made the tackle. Well, Keighley are claiming that the ball was in play, but I'm not too sure. We'll have to disagree on that one. Anyhow, the referee decided that it was a dropout, and Keighley, he's stopping the clock. Play restarts with a Keighley dropout, and it's going to be gathered in there by Hasty, who feeds Jamie Boville, and Jamie Boville goes hard and fast and strong. Andy Ellis, he looks both ways, brings in the powerhouse keighley takes the ball to within 9 metres of this Keighley line. Rovers now looking to really finish this game off. 18 points to 6. You've really got to say, if we get another try in front, it's going to be very difficult for Keighley to come back into this game. Webster with a kick through. Oh, and there was chasing it, but kick dead, and it's still more pressure on this Keighley side.
I'll tell you what's noticeable here is there's a lot of moves in this Rovers side now. There's a lot of planned moves, isn't there? Revolving mainly around this man Webster, well, and Hasty as well. This off-half partnership that we've got now is absolutely superb. We've got one of the best players that were in the First Division last year in Hasty, and we've got the just about the best player that I can see in the First Division this year, Webster, playing for the same side. And as it dries up, it's going to get better. And here's this man Raleigh who's taking the ball on. He beats two men and takes it up to 5 metres from the line. And Keighley play starts to drop off now. Ellis is looking for that line, but is well wrapped up. There's space over on the left-hand side as the ball gets out. It's out to Keighley, so there's no stopping him. From 7 yards, absolutely no chance of stopping him. Nice little ball, and it's a try. Take the score to Old Kingston Rovers 22. Keighley Cougars 6 with a likely 2 points coming up.
Yes, as soon as I saw McCarley steaming up on the left shoulder there, I said try, because once you get McCarley Azul going onto a ball from that range, was it Beauville who passed it? It was Beauville with the offload, and McCarley Azul, well, he's short, he's squat, he's powerful, and well, I don't think a brick wall would have stopped him there. I think he'd have run straight through it, wouldn't he? Anyhow, it's going to be Rovers with a kick to extend this lead. It's currently 22, it's now 24 as Poucher just strokes that one over. It's 24 points to 6. We'll take a quick word from the Keighley perspective. Do you think you've got any chance of going back into this game?
A rugby game's 80 minutes. We've had one good attack, and we've scored from it. Only thing is, we need to get up into this half-at pitch. There's no point playing with his backs against the wall for, what have we got now, 50 minutes of a game to go. So I think we can get back into it.
Yeah, I think you need a try before half-time to really put you in it, because Rovers are looking full of confidence. I think last week was a bit of a wake-up call. No disrespect to Keighley, but we went there expecting to win by 20 points, and to win with a drop goal 5 minutes from the end, well, maybe we're not the superstars we think we are, or maybe we're still just building up slowly to the start of the rail business, which is National League One, and obviously Keighley will be looking the same way. They'll be looking to get their team shape going and have an assault on the League Two title. Yeah.
To me, we seem to have some talent this side. What a ball! What a ball to Hasty! He's looking for that player. He's looking for this man, John Steele. John Steele, he's going round 1. He's going round 2. He's going down the centre of the pitch, and he's just tackled 5 metres out. He needs to pass it left and pass it left quick. There's a massive overlap. The ball goes out again, and it's out again. The man's old Stockel. Pass it behind him. It's play on. It's touched the Keighley Azul. He's straightening up. He's taking it on, and it's 6 yards to go, and it's back to 6. Ellis looking to pass right. Webster wants the ball, but he passes left. There's still an overlap, and no, Manson takes it 1-on-1, tries to throw a dummy, but he's well held up. You've got to say it was a bit of a wasted opportunity then when he had a man outside of him. Anyway, the ball coming out, it's in the hands of Oldstock. Oldstock looking to take it on by himself, looking to turn and maybe pass it out, but he's well wrapped up. Ellis has got the ball and it goes behind Keighley Azul. He's given a knock on. Well, it went over his shoulder, but as usual, they give a knock on in those situations.
I actually thought it went behind him, but you know, we see it every week on Super League, don't we? These contentious decisions where player, you know, loses control, and sometimes they're given as knock-ons, sometimes they're not, and I suppose you've just got to accept it over the course of a season and over the course of an 80-minute game. The next one may go our way, it may be a blatant knock-on and we may get away with it. Anyhow, play goes on, the Cougars are looking to clear the lines, still scoreline here at Craven Park. We've played 37 minutes, it's 24 points to 6. I believe Rovers was given 24 start on the coupon, so all them coupon wallers who've put the home win down, they'll be feeling quite confident at the moment. I think one thing is significant, this guy Harvey from the Cougars, who caused us a hell of a lot of problems last week, he's not really been in the game. I think that's a fair comment.
Yeah, 24 start to OKR. Can't believe that.
Yeah, I think it was 26 the week before for the away game. And obviously, because there was only 1 point in it, they're not too off it. But anyhow, Rovers will cross halfway line now through Jonathan Steele. There was nearly a great try for the Robins, wasn't there, a few minutes back. The interplay, Hasty went steaming through a gap. And Jamie Beauville's been very, very impressive in his time on it. And look at this, McCarley as offloads. Oh, it's some great rugby league football by this Hull Kingston Rovers side. Good defence to Keighley, yeah, let's give them credit. They're managing to hold on. That looks as though it's got too much on it, and it certainly has. But, well, you've got to say, I mean, we don't have the statistics, but possession and territorially, Rovers are just dominating this game. And Keighley, well, to be fair, you've got to give credit to Keighley for only conceding 4 tries. I think lesser teams, we could have been really walloping them by now.
Yeah, I think they showed it last week when he's got a penalty. What is it? Offside straight away with Rovers, and it's a penalty to. Keighley straight away. Some daft play really by Rovers, but it's a poor kick, you've got to say, by Keighley that gives them 3 yards. I think the forwards would have fancied a bit more than that, but as it is, they're running in there. Rovers well and truly onside this time, and it's running with this. Megatroid, I think. You can hardly tell who it is, to be honest. It's just a sort of blue, muddy shirt, and it's this man Fairfield taking the ball up, and he's passing it out, but it's a good tackle on RV halfway in the middle of the pitch, and Fairfield once again, he's making a little dummy, and he's got through, and it's a great little tackle, and to be honest, keeper half asleep then. I should have been backing him up.
Yeah, great little break from Matt Fair. In my opinion, he's been the best Keighley player today. Yeah. He's switching the play, he's getting them moving forward. Here he is again. He's got options both sides. He's kicked, and that's squirming about, and there could be a try now. Oh, and John Steele takes the right decision. He kicks it dead. But certainly, Matt Fairth, he's the man causing Rovers problems. He's leading this Keighley team by example. I don't know if he's the captain or not. Rushforth's the captain.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's funny, as you can see, when you're not a fan of the side, you know, you can often see things that fans maybe don't see in players. And I watched them last week, and I've watched them this week, and he's made a big difference, as this Matt Fairth. And his other man who makes a big difference to the team, Rushworth, who takes the ball up. The ball coming out once again, and it's in the hands of this big man, the number 17, who takes the ball up. There's no more than 20 yards away. Matt Fair for the ball once again in his hands. Look, oh, great little pass out there. They're really showing some silky skills now.
Yeah, Keighley with a chance now just before the half-time hooter. Great tackle by McCarley as well, but Keighley piling on the pressure. Short ball, James Rushforth, the ball goes loose, and referee says play on. And that's unfortunate as far as Keighley are concerned, but Rovers gratefully gobble the ball up. There's some tired-looking players out there. It must be like running through a farmer's field, really. Interference at the play of the ball. Penalty to Hull Kingston Rovers.
Yeah, I think Webster's been aquaplaning today. There's that much water in our own half as he's been running. But anyway, as it is, it's Webster put on a good kick in. Actually, it's against this sort of easterly wind that takes him up to the 40 metres of our own half, and Rovers really looking to get another try and seal this match by half time.
I think if James Webster leads us into the Super League, we'll believe that he can walk on water, Simon. Anyhow, there goes the half-time hooter here at Craven Park with a half-time score of Hull Kingston Rovers 20. Right, here we are. We hadn't missed so much as usual.
Stop securing the bloody bar.
Rovers have brought on Kane Patty and Phil Hastie's gone onto the bench. I think that'll be Manson to stand off. Webster to scrum half, if I'm not mistaken. As yet again, as the half kicks off here, the Evans have opened. Ellis, oh, if it have offloaded to Webster then. There would have been a real chance for the Aussie to go in for his 4th try of the game. And well, credit to Keighley, they've changed the kits at half time so we can see the numbers again. Thanks a lot, Keighley. But can we see through the snow? That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, I think our man and Rob's close season fitness has improved because we're managing to breathe after coming back up them bloody stairs. So it's nice to see we put a bit of training in. I see Rob's looking, he is looking leaner than he looks after Christmas, I tell you. It's going up these bloody stairs, that's what it is. Anyway, as it is, it's Keith running in hard, but what an hit by keighley and Oldstock. Absolutely mullered him. And as it is, it's I think, is it well, I don't know, Barker, is it running off? Yeah, Barker running off. Ellis once again with the ball, passing it out. And there's a good sort of half break. Webster trying to direct operations. He's pointing, he's shouting, he's cajoling. And the ball's going off to the right. In the hands of Manson, who throws the dummy, but they've seen him this time.
Yeah, Manson with a step in the show, but Keighley not buying it. Here's Webster. Webster's got runner's board. There's a chance now. They've got men over of Rovers. Holdstock's going through. Keighley desperately defending the line. Managed to bring him down. keighley out to Webster. They've all overrun the play. Webster back inside to Jonathan Steele. Jonathan Steele's brought down 2 metres short of the line. It's the 5th and last against the Robins. They're going to the... Oh, well, the idea was right, but the execution not quite there. And the kick from James Webster bounces into touch. It'll be a scrum down 10 metres from the Cougars line. Head and feed to the Cougars.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Yeah, it was a great little kick that. Just a little bit weighted wrong. I think this sort of northerly wind caught it and took it off, but it was certainly a 3-1 overlap there and well watched by Webster. There's a great tackle going in once again by this man Webster. I mean, he's everywhere. What a signing he is. Another great tackle flying in by Rovers. Keighley really struggling to get out their own half here. Anyway, they're getting the ball to the big man here, but it's a fantastic hit coming in. It looks like he's hurt himself. Does Jamie Boville in that tackle? No, he's all right. And Fair putting a kick in. He's having to kick from his own 20 yards, but he's gone a long way. Pouch picks the ball up, turns. He's faced with a pretty good chase by Keighley that sees him get no more further than the 40-metre line. There's a bit of groaning going on here.
Yeah, Jamie Boville, I think he just dislocated a finger. He ran over to the touchline. The physio popped it in, and you should have seen the expression on Boville's face. He was in absolute agony, but he stayed out there. I mean, they breed them tough, these rugby players, don't they, Sam? He's just dislocated something, had it popped back in and carried on playing.
Yeah, he had the same sort of expression that you had at half-time at the KC, Rob. Anyway, as it is, it's as it is, it's a knock-on by Rovers and head and feed to Keighley. Keighley now not looking too keen about the proposition of playing this second half. Well, there's I think there's an injury here still to is it Jamie Boville down there? Yeah, he still hasn't popped it in right. Looks like they're taping his fingers together. I tell you, they're and your money in this game of rugby league. Yeah, as he says, sticking Velcro to his fingers. Buy all your money in this game, don't you, Rob? I don't get that on my office desk, you know.
Yeah, scrum goes down, Keighley in possession, but once again, look at this Rovers defensive line. They're eager, they're keen, they're up fast, but legally they've not been offside. And it's just enthusiasm, innit? It's certainly look a well-drilled outfit. And I think this guy Webster, I mean, we've been hoping for this type of player for a few seasons now. We've had a lot of false stones in players like Daniel Brown and Scott Foam, Dane Doherty. Who came, these, you know, Aussies who said they was going to lead to the promised land and not produce the goods. But James Webster, I mean, the guy looks very professional. I mean, and he looks a match winner, which is more important. Anyhow, the kick comes in by Adam Mitchell. Oh, and that's a knock-on. That was a knock-on, yeah. It was a knock-on by Craig Poucher. I think he twisted and it looked as though he'd knocked it back, but I do believe the ball did go forward, and it's a promising position now for Keighley. They really do need to register a try and goal to get themselves in this game, and this could be the chance, Sam.
Yeah, this could be Keighley's big chance, Sam. Eagle of anticipation anyway, as it is. It's Matt Fairfair picks the ball up, nearly falls over his own feet at the base of the scrum, and it's Keighley, 12 yards away, passing the ball out, but it's a massive hit there. Nearly takes the ball, and it's David Foster who gets well and truly mullered. Another big hit going in, and there's a knock-on. What a... Well, always... Oh, no. Was that Kane Pie who's come on there? Yeah, it was some fantastic pressure play there by Kane Pie that caused that mistake.
Yeah, but first knock-on was against the Robins, and here's Keighley once again with Adam Mitchell. Delayed pass, but the Rovers defenders standing firm. Keighley to the short side, spinning in the tackle, brought down 6 metres out from this Robins line. Keighley, they need to move the ball across, they're doing so. It's with that man Faith, he juggles with it, manages to retain possession. But James Webster is not just an attacking force, he's solid in defence. As Jason Clegg runs forward, he has 2 men clinging onto him, they manage to bring him down. Oh, and there's a poor knock-on. The pass was slightly on the low side. But, I think when this game's summed up, I think Keighley will look at the video and say they're going to lose it on the amount of time they've dropped the ball.
Yeah, I think I could agree with that, Rob. I mean, they've... Well, it's... Considering the conditions and the fact that they had to clear snow off this pitch, I don't think that's too bad a crowd deal, Rob. 2,100. And it's a penalty to OKR. Webster looks to take it quick, but he says, no, hang on a sec. Take it from the mark. And Webster looks to just put a kick into touch, takes it up to about 5 yards from the halfway line. Andy Ellis with the ball in his hand, passing the ball out, and I think it's this man Dale Oldstock who takes the ball up and takes it in well, and is well tackled by a 2-man Keighley tackle. Oh, Beauville passing the ball out to Michaeli Azul. Michaeli Azul just knocking on a sort of half tackle before he had the ball then.
I don't think Jamie Beauville's going to be able to continue in this game. The strappings come off his fingers again, and yet again he was in agony, and he just tried to offload and it didn't go to plan. All credit to him for staying out there, but I think he may be better advised coming off. I mean, we've got the young lad on the bench, Garmston, who's a go-forward player, is waiting for his chance. Whoa. And now here's Keighley in possession now. Oh, Michaeli Azul went flying in. I think it's a good job he missed, because he may have put that Keighley player into the east stand. Anyhow, here's Jason Clegg, an inside ball from Matt Fairf, and they've crossed the halfway line. Keighley again to the short side through Wayne House. Kick comes in, gathered in by Craig Poucher. Poucher tackled by Matt Foster for the Cougars, and Rovers will be looking to cross this halfway line, get the ball back into Keighley territory. Andy Ellis, well, short ball, and Beauville takes the tackle. Ellis once again. Kane Patty. I'm not too sure what position Kane Patty's playing, Sam.
Well, I think he's
I can see a Rovers try in this set of 6.
What are you, Rob? Bloody Mystic Mega Summit? Now, if we just stand over to the Keighley commentator and see what he thinks of his chance of the team coming back now.
No problem. These OKR commentators, you know, 2 good lads, you know, there's Brian Norfolk and David Good. I won't tell you what they're known as, but they know the rugby league, and you've got to have a laugh with them both, because last time we were here, they murdered us. And but we'll get us own back when they come back. If we ever play them again, we'll commentate for you, lads.
Yeah, we're only a good laugh when we're winning, we're crap when we're losing. You want to see us?
Yeah, I just had a feeling then. When the scrum went down, I could see the set move being signalled. And when Manson's running at you and the first defender takes that drop of the shoulder, it's curtains, isn't it? I mean, it's a try every time.
Did you just sort of dream it then? Did it just a premonition? I'm going to say, you see Stratford tomorrow at 4:20, you know. Just have a think about it, Rob. Anyway, as it is, it's suddenly darkened here at OKR as Rovers missed the kick.
Yeah, we've not only got dark clouds here at Craven Park, there's some dark clouds over at the McAlpine or the Gal Farm or whatever it's called nowadays, because Scum FC are winning 22-0, Simon, by all accounts. Anyhow, the conversion's unsuccessful by the Robins, but they're now in what I would say is an unassailable 26-6 lead. It's been very professional performance in the conditions. Keighley have come here to play, but I think too much drop ball has been the downfall. As Rovers look to skip away, they sold the dummy, it was nearly bought, and here comes that sleet and snow once again on the likes of Kana Patty and Byron Ford, David Tangatower and James Webster. Welcome to England.
Oh. Sorry, busy texting there. Anyway, it's I'm trying to make out the picture somewhere down there as we've got sleet and snow, and I love this summer rugby, and it's Michaeli Azul, but used to conditions like this coming from Papua New Guinea. He runs in and he's up to the 40-metre line, and the scoreboard here reading 28 points to 6 as Rovers really earning the money here at the Rob.
Yeah, I need some new glasses, Sam. I thought the scoreboard said 26, but anyhow.
It says 28.
Yeah, well, there you go. They've turned the floodlights on now.
You should have gone to Specsavers as well.
They've turned the floodlights on, so I'll be okay now. Anyhow, play goes on with Keighley's prop forward. Stevenson, he plays the ball. Scoot away, and I think Garmston's on for the Robins. Certainly got the cleanest kit on the pitch. It's Gathered in there, little kick through Gathered, and he's given knock on for that. This referee is a clown. This referee is a clown.
I tell you, I think sometimes they just like to keep themselves busy. I think he must have been getting cold then, and he thought, well, I'll do something, and that might warm me up a bit. Anyway, as it is, it's Keighley with a ball in their hand and looking to pull back 22 points here with what? I don't know how long to go. It's cold, we're wet, and we're doing this all for you, aren't we? You fans out there who've been good enough to buy our videos, and if you like our commentary, our name's Rob and Simon, and if you don't like our commentary, it's Reese and yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's Eddie and Steve if you don't like it. Anyway, as it is, it's Keighley bring the ball in. It's Matt Fair putting a kick in, but it's too deep, too hard, and it's Kane Patty who takes the ball up. Oh, sorry, mate. It's Byron Ford who takes the ball up to 5 metres from the line.
Yeah, here come the Robins looking to clear the lines. They need to get some of these big heavy men on the drive to punched some holes into this Keighley defence, and quick play, there's one of them, Jamie Bourville, who's worked very well since he come on. Yeah, stealing the ball in the tackle. There was 3 men in the tackle and the ball was reefed out, so penalty to the Robins, which Webster punts into touch. We're now 30 metres out from the Rovers line, or midway inside the Rovers half, as Dale Oldstock charges in. 3-man Keighley defence as Ellis feeds, and once again penalty to Rovers, offside. Bourville leaves the field and David Tangatoa comes back on, and well, get a ball on the pitch for God's sake. There we go. Byron Ford flips one in, Ellis feeds it, and the Cougars was all offside then, a good 2 yards, but referee lets that go on. He's been very picky, but he has kept the teams apart, I do believe, so we'll let that one go as Ellis takes the tackle. Bit of confusion there. Garmston looked to be a dummy runner but got in the way. I think the game needs another Rovers try, Simon.
Yeah, I think it needs a couple of Rovers try just to finish on. Anyway, it's Andy Ellis trying his best, and he's chucked a little dummy, and Webster was outside of him but ignored him, and he's well tackled by Rushforth. Webster's got the ball in his hands, put a little chip through, but it looks a little bit hard, and well, he maybe won actually, and it's the number 2, just kicks it dead, and it's another drop from underneath the post. Yeah, Matt Bramold apparently, yeah, the ex-Featherstone player and Dewsbury player. Anyway, as it is, it's a kick out from underneath the post once again. I think it's about the 56 times Keighley have done this today, and to be honest, they've tackled well to keep Rovers out, because Rovers really have chucked it at them today. The ball of the hands of a big forward who takes the ball up to 28 metres from the Keighley line. It's coming out once again, and with no more than 20 metres to go, it's Webster looking for the ball, but he's straight out to him, and it's coming out to Mansell, looks to throw half a dummy, and he's halfway through, and well, he's looking to pass it, but he's well tackled. I think they're on the 4th tackle. The ref's saying, come on, get back, you Keighley, and the ball's coming out once again. Great little ball by Manson to Andy Raleigh, takes the player with him, and he scored.
Yeah, great team try that by Ilkingston Rovers. The ball was moving forward, going through the hands. There was options both sides. In the end, Andy Raleigh's put through a gap, gets his customary try. Is reminding me a little bit of Tony Bottiker, who used to play for Rovers in the early 90s, who always used to be in support. I think he scored something like 30 odd tries in a season. Tony Bottiker was his cousin, Frano Bottiker's cousin. Tony Bottiker played for Rovers the season after we'd been relegated and scored 30 odd tries. He was a great backing up second row forward, and this Andy Raleigh's very similar.
I think I was still at school then, Rob. That's probably why I don't remember him, but Rob is an encyclopedia. I think he had another vision then. It just came to him, this Tony Bottiker. Anyway, yeah, he did. He's spot on, actually. Tony Bottiker, Frano Bottiker's brother. And as it is, Rovers missed the kick, so it's 32 points to 6. There's 6 tries to OKR and 1 try to Keighley. There's 20 minutes of this match to go, and things are looking ominous for this Keighley Cougars outfit. The Keighley commentators remaining ever optimistic, as he always does every time when he comes here. You certainly can't knock him for enthusiasm.
Hasty returns, and Harmon returns. I'm going to stun you with another astonishing fact here, Simon. After we only won by 1 point last week, I actually told all the Scum fans at work we would win this one by 26. And, well, if it stays like this, I'll be very, very happy. Yet again, proving my excellent knowledge of the game of rugby league.
You just sound more like Steve every week, mate. You really do. You're a cross between David Dow Davidson and Steve, you are, mate.
Nah, no money. I can't afford to put money on it. Anyhow, I think we should turn these floodlights off now because it's blue sky again and we can't afford to have them on. Anyhow, play goes on. It's a scrum down. Keighley head and feed. Faith spins the ball out. Forward, shout the Rovers fans as it's going to be Matt Bramald. He must be called out on that wing because he keeps coming in looking for work now. Does the former Featherstone player? Can Keighley get anything more out of this game? Harvey Howard, the Rovers coach, will be very disappointed if they do so. I know he was certainly disappointed to concede the 4 or 5 tries that they conceded last week. Here come Keighley once again. That man there, to you Keighley fans watching this on DVD and video, without a shadow of a doubt, your best player has been your scrum half, Matt Faith. I think you need to get behind this guy and encourage him because he could have a very good season for you.
Yeah, both for you. No, fair enough, you know. I know you have a good 500 or 600 following there and devoted, you know, Keighley fans. But, yeah.
Yeah, he's just saying at least they can afford to video away games, which is, you know...
Well, that's a good point, and I hope the OKR board hear that and certainly pay for expenses for the commentators maybe to go to away games would be nice, wouldn't it? But then again, so would sandwiches at half-time and being allowed in the bloody bar for a beer.
Yeah, play goes on. Manson with a crossfield kick, interesting to say the least, gathered in by David Foster, but he's smothered by 3 Rovers defenders and they're driving him back. Tangatoa was in there, Phil Hasty was in there. And this Kane Apache, I'm still not sure what. I don't know where he's playing. He's just appearing everywhere over the pitch, isn't he? Yeah, I think he's just. I think he's been given a licence to roam, hasn't he? He's not in one position in particular. Anyhow, Keighley, 8 metres inside the Rovers' half. On yet another drop ball. It looked like Daniel Harvey. Well, he was starman for Keighley last week, but without being too critical, he's not done that much this week. I think Rovers have done their own work on him, and he's not really had a look in this game, has he, Sam?
One thing I would like to mention, while it's just stopped plays, this commercial manager we've got here at Rovers, who apparently has sold every single piece of sponsorship opportunity we've got, and anybody of you listening out there, it's a fantastic achievement when it's only about 2 or 3 weeks into the Cup, never mind the season. So, yeah, fantastic, you know, and I know he got a hell of a lot of money in for the bars.
Yeah, you only have to look at some of the... You only have to have a look at some of the advertising hoardings. There's a lot of new names this season. There's Prince's Key, there's Savoy Tyres, Michael Barra, I think I'm producing it right. John Smith, who'll give us support in the past.
I don't mind them supporting.
Lloyd's TSB, who we've got to deal with. And of course our main matchday sponsors now, Platform One, who've done some great work at the club, and they've put a bar behind the east stand, which hopefully will have done a few bob today.
And don't forget to use sponsor if you don't want to leave any freebies for us commentators. We are open to bribes, and if you just leave for the attention of Simon Osler or Rob Chadwick. Anyway, back to the game. They're just running the ball in here. It's near an half break, but it's just well wrapped up once again by a good 3-man Keighley tackling. They're not giving up this Keighley side as Webster passes the ball out into the into the east pond over there, and it's the 5th tackle, and Webster's once again playing acting half back. Manson putting a big up and under. Oh, it's a lot of pressure here. Well, I don't know. Wait, it must be a try, and it is. It's what a messy try, but it bounced all over the place. Both sets of players left it. It bounced, went off to the left, and another classy try here. All set up by Manson. It's OKR 36, Keighley Cougars 6. we'll mention a few more of these sponsors we've got. Oh, we've got East Yorkshire Coaches, Savoy Tyres, Health Plan, Carlotti, Powergen, P&D Engineering, Lloyd's TSB, Platform 1, SOS, East Hull Gas and Plumbing, MKM Builders Merchants, Vista Signs Limited, Atkin Information. It's all great work by this, and it's fantastic support if any of you, if any of you sponsors are listening out there. Well, it's a good kick there by Poucher, but it just sort of drifts off to the right. It seems to be going straight for the middle of the pitch. The wind sort of caught it last minute, and it's 36-6 to Hull Kingston Rovers.
Yeah, well, the 26 point has extended, but, well, I suppose Keighley have scored one try and may get another. Look at the weather now, Sam. It's like Benidorm.
Well, it's Mediterranean. I'll tell you, for you looking out there, it probably looks really cold, but it's about 28 degrees centigrade, and it's absolutely lovely. We're sat up here in shorts and T-shirt.
Hey, how play goes on, and it's David Tangatoa, this big prop forward. He's got a great offload on him. I think we're going to score a few tries through David Tangatoa this season. If they can just manage to get runners on his shoulder. Webster's definitely gone to hooker now, and play goes on. Just a mention of one or two players today who've not managed to make the 17 for the Robins, Simon. There's Alistair McLaren, there's Jason Neverton's not managed to make the 17 today.
Johnny Vegas again.
Well, Johnny Vegas, apparently he got an interception against Hull FC and no one could catch him.
I thought that was Carvel. Anyway, as it is, it's Keighley taking the ball up once again. There's a bit of an inevitability about this match now. Faith looking to take the ball up, but he nearly dropped it, and it's the fifth tackle, and Keighley ain't gone far at all, and the ball's passed even further back, and there's a lot of pressure on the kicker, and it's a tackle.
Yeah, I think at this stage of the game, I think one big difference between the sides, and I'm going to ask for a comment from the Keighley guy here. I think Rovers look a lot fitter than what Keighley do. You was coming at us earlier part of the game, but now when you're in possession, you don't seem to be making any inroads.
Like I said earlier, you only can win a game if you've got the ball in your hand. Completion rate, I wouldn't like to see what it is. I think we're down to about 20% completion rate on this game. You only can win if you've got the ball in your hand, and OKR they must have Velcro hands to hold on to this ball in this conditions. It's unbelievable, and it's been a fantastic performance by OKR, and we wish them well in National League 1. I'd like to see them go back up, just so they can have some local derbies against Scum FC and give them some right pastings, because that's what they need. They need two big teams in this town, and then just make it just one big team. And that's over here at Craven Park.
Yeah, thanks for that, and we wish Keighley well in their respective league as well. And if by any chance we don't go up, we hope you do come up next season so we can play you again and have a laugh. Yeah. That was good defence by Keighley on that occasion. Hang on, Sam, because I think the referee's going to put this on report, or someone's going to go. He's decided just to that it was handbags at 10 paces. Good defence by Keighley. They took the Rovers man into touch and scrum down head and feed Keighley.
Yeah, that's one thing you can say about playing Keighley. At least you have a good laugh. Anyway, it's the Keighley blokes taking it in here, and it's coming up to the 12 metres away. Well, I ain't got a clue. Rob showed me the team sheet, but to be honest, it's really hard to see any numbers here. I can just about suss out on Matt Fairfies. Ball coming out. Yeah, the number 12, Ross, taking it in. He's taking it in hard, but he's not getting it, not very effectual. And then it's the number 13, the RV, who did so well against Rovers at their own ground. So, well, sorry, it was number 10, Mayville, taking it up. And there's a knock on there by, and then there's offside. Well, I'd go for the knock on to start with, but you had your choices, really.
Nah, we should. Well, they're going to announce the man of the match. Yeah, and with an hat-trick in 27 minutes of play, there could only really be one man of the match, as Manson scoots off from the off-half position. The ball's 20 metres out from the Keighley Cougars try line. Rovers looking to finish this game with a flurry. Here's Webster again. He feeds the ball inside to Garmston. Head down, strong run from Garmston. Quick play the ball as well. Run around, Webster. Oh, come away, referee. No chance. No chance.
To the side of him. Well, I thought he ran into the side of him. He didn't run behind him then, but rest given crossing. I suppose it was some sort of obstruction. Oh, no, only just made it there. Did the Keighley player? The kick, and this is the best field position Keighley have had in quite a while, I think. At the 40-metre line, just got up to the halfway line before. Well wrapped up by. Well, I think Keighley's best player today is the ref, who's making the most yards from. That is a fact. Give him another 10 yards. Well, he gave him 12 yards then, actually, for mouthing back. There's a Keighley commentator shout going for goal, which is. If that was me, I would think that was taking the piss out your own side. But there you go. No. Yeah, the point surprises. And anyway, it's Keighley taking the ball up once again, but they're looking tired and weary, this Keighley side. Running the ball in again. Rovers' defence needs to spread sort of left, but the pass it's the other way, and it was a good little pass off then, a great kick, but no, it's just gone dead, and it was a great little kick then after drawing them.
Yeah, the idea was right, but unfortunately he put so much on it, and would you believe the bloody sun's come out now? I mean, yeah, can you believe it? Anyhow, Rovers restart through Tangatoa. The referee's shielding his eyes from the sun. Well, some would say he needs glasses anyhow, but there you go. Yeah. There's Webster looking to get Rovers moving forward again as Garmston. Well, that's a good run. It's got 4 Keighley defenders on this young lad, James Garmston. I think he's about 18 years of age. Got a promising future if he carries on going as he has done. Another player for Rovers missing today, Simon, is Los Walpo, of course. Yeah. Oh, chance now! Hasty! Offloads! Play on and Keighley gather it in.
I always get nicked for the good bits, but yeah, once again I'm handed the mic when Keighley are in possession. Thanks for that, Rob. Obviously, I'm such a novice with these Keighley players. Anyway, there's a big Keighley player runs up, takes the ball up with the halfway line. It's there's the one I know, Matt Fairf. He takes the ball up to the halfway line again.
Yeah, I've just heard that even though we're not familiar with the Keighley players, we're actually better commentators than Phil Robinson. And he knows them all. And he's a referee as well, and he doesn't know the rules. Phil Robinson from Keighley.
Right. I think there was a commentator last week, wasn't there? Yeah, Phil Robinson. They enjoy his commentary every month, once a month. It's nice of him to turn up anyway. And once again, we would like to thank West Yorkshire Police for use of the video surveillance equipment. Luckily, nobody's gone over 30 today, so nobody's got nicked. So.
There's Tangatoa on the charge for the Robins. looking to offload once again, but Daniel Harvey wrapping his arms round the ball, stopping the big Aussie from offloading. There's a bit of silliness going on in the tackle. Oh, good tackle on Webster, that. And Keighley, to the credit, they're playing for the full 8 here, but Rovers are looking dangerous still. They're looking to add to this 7 try tally, but they're running out of tackles. It's the 5th and last. Little, Dwayne Barker, he copped one then as he put a little kick through. And well, this Keighley player here has got the nice cleanest shirt on the pitch, but he's just been buried under. Oh, and there goes the final looser. So in Rovers' opening home fixture of this Northern Rail Cup, the return fixture, it's Hull Kingston Rovers 36, the Keighley Cougars 6. 7 tries to the Robins, again 1 for the Cougars, and well, it was a good professional performance by Hull Kingston Rovers. Keighley played well, to the credit, but they spilled too much ball. We'll get a comment from Simon Osler, and we'll let the Keighley fan have the final word.
Yeah, I just say that it was a big improvement from Rovers from last week, and Rovers certainly had a lot of promising points from this game. Certainly in a pitch that is best to say is boggy and muddy, and certainly the performances of that man Webster, quite a few of the backs, Michaela Azul, Old Stock, Beauville, they all did the part today, and it was promising some real entertaining rugby.
Cheers to the lads from OKR. Wish them well for the rest of the season. Don't forget, next week, London at home. We'll win that one by a canter, and then we're away to Halifax, where we could just walk over hill to Halifax. And I think we'll beat Halifax as well, so you never know, we might meet you lads in final.
The final score here at Craven Park, Hull Kingston Rovers 36, Keighley Cougars 6. I've been Rob Chadwick.